Barbara Stanwyck was complicated, she was dark, she was sexy, she had a flair, a kick. She projected intelligence, and that was all seen in her life 1,000-fold. By the time this book ends, in 1940, she has worked with the greatest directors in Hollywood: Frank Capra, William Wellman, King Vidor, Ruben Mamoulian, Cecil B. DeMille, Preston Sturges, George Stevens. That was just for the first half of her career. She was a fascination, and I had a fabulous time writing this book. Steel True refers to a Robert Louis Stevenson little poem, "Steel true, blade straight, the artificer made my mate." And it's how her second husband, Robert Taylor, referred to her. Steel true and blade straight. One interview that stood out, or one person who I interviewed over many years, was Barbara Stanwyck's adopted son. He was somebody who, he was put up for adoption, she adopted him, and then at a very early age she cast him out. So you're not only adopted once, but you are basically cast out twice. And I found him, and over a period of 5 years interviewed him, and he told me, you know, we became closer and closer and closer. He would never let me meet him. He worked, for most of his life, he worked in a motel not far from where he grew up. He never saw his mother again. But he told me a lot of the childhood stories, and that I would never have been able to get from anyone else. Another interview that was of key importance to me was that when Barbara Stanwyck was in New York as a young showgirl, there were 3 girls who roomed together, who performed together. They were the 3 musketeers, in essence. It was Ruby Stevens, Mae Clark, and a woman named Walda Mansfield. And through the help of somebody, I found Walda Mansfield and interviewed her very early on. And that was the key that opened it up for me, because Stanwyck stopped being Barbara Stanwyck and she became Ruby Stevens, and she became a person.